sleep when you can play Dom Team Death, the free-for-all, CTF and Sabotage. Man, I play them all from search up to headquarters, down the list to demolition. Objectively speaking, to win is my only mission. If I sin, it's not by omission of offering my team.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Hardcore Gamer for Life, and I'm here to bring you some more gameplay along with some commentary, my thoughts, my opinions, maybe my first impressions of the gameplay. Like, for example, trying to get first blood here, I fail. Get some kind of gunslinger challenge, double pummel between me and that guy, and then some guy drops down right in front of me, and I'm like, what the hell? But not so much so that I can't kill his ass and move on down the line. But as I said, I'm not here just to talk about the gameplay. There's other things that I wanted to touch upon, so let's go ahead and get right into them. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and speak on a topic that I've never spoken before after I comment on this armor-locking asshole right here, which kill gets stolen from me, and then this guy swords me. But I promise I will get off the gameplay at some time here and talk to you about the fact that I haven't talked about, how to get started on YouTube, how to get noticed on YouTube. I know a lot of people do videos of that sort. Partially, I haven't really felt, shall we say, qualified to do such a video, because obviously, I'm only in the 400 subscriber range. I haven't exactly gotten noticed on YouTube, if you will, yet myself. But also for the fact that, it's just such an overdone subject. And, most of the things about it are just so obvious. There's little subtleties, though, and this is one of them that I feel really isn't addressed all that much. I have seen it addressed, I have seen people talk about it, but overall, when people talk about this sort of issue, they don't talk about this, and that is staying encouraged, continuing despite, having put in a lot of effort and time into something and really not getting much response, and continuing to want to do that thing. And I'd say the number one thing that boils down to has to do with what a lot of people talk in these kind of videos, and that is simply having a love for what you're doing. It's this way with me. You'll see this pattern in a lot of famous commentators when they're telling you their story of becoming a commentator. This pretty much will come through, is that they started it as a hobby, which is exactly what I started. I got my HD PVR because I was just so stoked on people like, say, Ken Burton and Junkyard doing commentaries, and I'm like, man, I'm not some amazing gamer like some of these guys I've seen, but shoot, I could definitely outdo either of these guys, not being conceited or what have you or anything like that. No offense to anyone, but I was basically saying if these guys can do it, I can do it. And I wasn't looking for any big audience. I was just happy to be able to put out videos on YouTube and have a few people notice them, get a few comments, and did well for myself for a while just as a hobby. Got into around the 200 subscriber range pretty much right away. Then I kind of had some issues with the channel to where I couldn't pay my internet bill for a little while, had income difficulties, if you will, stuff like that. And then, I had some technical difficulties, computers breaking down, being in the shop, high cost repairs and all that sort of thing. But the long and short of it was, once I got back and got really started and into my channel again, it really felt like I was swimming against the current, because when you become inactive for the a 2-week period here, a 2-month period there, people tend to not pay as nearly as much attention to what you're putting out, understandably, totally understandably, because they don't necessarily expect you to be putting out that much. They suddenly don't see videos from you for weeks or months at a time. What do you expect? So that brings me the very, very long way around to kind of what I was driving at, and that is your need for having that love for what you're doing, really enjoying and being into, and I'd have to say even possibly being passionate for doing this YouTube thing, for making video, not just for gaming. That's what gets a lot of us into it, is that passion for gaming, and then we find out that this hobby actually curtails our gaming somewhat. For example, myself, I'm a gamer of all stripes. I'll give just about any type of game a try. There's certain things I don't like, for example, Final Fantasy and other turn-based RPGs. I recognize they're great games, but they're just not my taste. Certain other games, but all in all, I'm a gamer at heart. I hear nice host migration going on, and that guy quit, so I didn't get to kill him. I didn't get killed, but that's all right. From this point on, I ain't dying. I'm going on a 14 kill tear, baby. It's just too bad I wasn't at 10. I could have finished it off with a running riot, but I ain't gonna complain. got the W here just for a little spoiler alert, because I'm not going to be talking much about the gameplay. I still feel like talking some more about this. So, as I said, the love for doing this is very, very necessary, and it has to extend to more than just the love of video games. Because if you're doing it just for the love of video games, you're going to get burned out on this pretty quick. Because like myself, you know, as I kind of got into before the host migration kind of changed my gears, I myself have been forced to curtail the games I play because I run mostly a Call of Duty Black Ops channel. So I'm grinding for gameplays. I'm trying to get really good gameplays to showcase to you guys on a regular basis. And therefore, I'm really not getting to play some of the games that I might otherwise be playing. You know, I'm a big sports game fan. I even enjoy driving games sometimes. They're not my favorite, but I do enjoy playing them. I will buy a good racing game if a good one like, say, Midnight Club Dub Edition comes out. I love fighting games. I love RPGs that are action-based like Zelda and Mass Effect. You know, I'm an all-around gamer. I started with games like Pong and Zork and stuff back in the day, you know, and moved up to games like Turok and 007 GoldenEye, you know, among my first-person shooter experiences. And from there on, I was totally hooked on the shooter genre, actually to the point where I did start playing more shooter probably than anything else. But at the same time, I've always been a hardcore gamer and not just a hardcore shooter player. You know, I've always been excited about other games other than just shooter games. So, you know, it's kind of tough for me sometimes, you know, being a YouTuber, because I'd like to pull out other games, you know. I'd like to, as I am here with Halo Reach, you know, and I'm not afraid to do that on my channel. I'll play a fighting game for you guys. I've posted basketball gameplay once, you know. But at the same time, I do have my focus on Call of Duty, and even if I didn't, you know, it still takes away from your gaming time, even if you're totally playing what you want on your channel, because it takes a lot of time to get these things commentated, get them rendered, you know, get the transitions and effects that you want. If you're putting, you know, some text or subtitles, if you're doing a song type thing or something where you want text overlays for different types of series you might be doing, you know, maybe tutorial type videos. All that stuff, guys, takes a lot of extra time. And even when you're just doing a standard gameplay and speaking over commentary, there's things like rendering time, you know, trying to think up a good commentary, good topics to talk about, and that sort of thing. So, you know, either way, it takes a significant amount of your gaming time that you would probably normally be gaming, and you got to be making videos. So, you know, there's the aspect of it that you have to really be doing it for the love of it. You can't necessarily expect that, you know, okay, I'm going to be making a living at this at X and such time. But at the same time, you know, it doesn't hurt to have goals. There's no doubt about that. But I'm just saying that you have to really be going in at this from the love of it and enjoying what you do. And, you know, if you feel like you really enjoy what you do, if you feel like you put out good content, you know, it helps to be diverse, but that's not necessary. Some of the most successful guys do basically one type of content. So, you know, even diversity, while it's important and definitely helps to get you noticed, just having good content, being comfortable in what you do, even if what you do is just gameplay commentary and trying to help people, you know, give a few people a few tips to improve over their game. Some of the most famous guys in gameplay commentary, as I finish off this round of free-for-all, are in that vein. Wings of Redemption, X-Jaws. So I hope this has been a little bit enlightening. I've been trying to talk about a different side than what everyone else talks about, of, you know, being successful, getting noticed on YouTube, and try to bring another aspect of it into play, and that's needing to have the love to do this thing and not getting discouraged when you're putting a lot of effort in and not getting a lot of notice out, because you really do have to be doing this for love, especially at first, but continually, or else people will notice. So peace. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it.
I made my way from UAVs to spy planes, Harriers to Blackbirds, PVR to file share. Keep it on the dial where you know that it's hot, cause you know that on my channel I upload a lot of videos of all different types of varieties. Games.